welcome to trade deadline day here in Blau Job. As today with the Detroit Lions, if you guys missed last episode, you probably have no idea what the heck happened. There's always links to full playlists in the description box below if you want to go watch last episode and see what the heck happened. But yes, now with the Detroit Lions, this is the final episode, a trade deadline special. As all episode, we're going to go all out and try to bring in a ton of players to this organization. It gives the best shot to have the best team possible, even with 51 overall, David Blount quarterback, surrounding him with good players to hopefully still lead us to a Super Bowl ring and hopefully even an MVP for David Blount. That is part of the challenge as well. Like I said, guys, it's probably a super long episode with me just trying trades as suggested by you guys to try to make this team better. So hope you guys do enjoy, and if you do, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Also, guys, what we are going to do for the rest of the regular season is we are potentially going to bring some players out of retirement at positions of players that we don't trade for, positions that we do need. We don't get a player today's episode. So in the comment section below, let me know what player you do want me to try and go out and convince to come out of retirement. And ones, as always, with the most thumbs up will be the ones that we try and go after next episode. With that said, time to try and make this team better. We have like 7 or 8 trades I'm going to attempt first, and we don't get all these players to go through. And if we still need some positions to upgrade, I will try to go after some players on my own. With that said, trade number 1, we are going to try and go after C.J. Mosley of the New York Jets. Now, I have a feeling that he's not easy to get. In this comment, it says he's easy to get. I think he's a new signing. I mean, he is a new signing, but I think that means he's going to be impossible to get. I think I've tried to get him before, and it's just not possible. Now, obviously, we need to trade away Matthew Stafford in today's episode because we don't need him, and he's worth a lot of money. So submit this through. Yeah, dudes, it's in the red still. I think, like, as I said, and I always say as a disclaimer, just because I use your trade suggestion in the video doesn't mean we're going to actually make it be accepted, because sometimes it's just not worth it. I don't think here it's worth it to get C.J. Mosley because I don't think we have what it takes. They want this guy, and yeah, dude, like, that's not going to work. So even if we throw in, like, our best player, our left tackle, who do we have here? We have Quentin Nelson. It's just not even be halfway through. Yeah, I don't know where you got that from, but it's not going to work. We're not going to be able to get C.J. Mosley. Now, I think I'm going to do this on my own here to start off the episode. I know this is a guy I've seen a few times in the comments. We do need a middle linebacker pretty bad. I don't think there's another one that is suggested. I was kind of banking on C.J. Mosley. We're going to try and get Mr. Devin White from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I don't know if this is going to be possible, but I'm going to try it. Deshaun Hand, I kind of don't want to trade him away. Maybe one of these cornerbacks. Maybe they want one of these guys. They want Justin Coleman. How close is this to being accepted? Ooh, he's a little bit tougher than what I thought. How about the other Devin from the Pittsburgh Steelers? Just want a fast middle linebacker to have lurking the middle of our defense. Devin Bush, how hard is he to bring in to a squad? How about straight up trade? Now, this guy is a rookie as well. They don't want him, unfortunately. At free safety, do we have anybody? We are going to try to improve at this position today. Maybe one of these guys. They don't want them, unfortunately. The Steelers are always a team that's always difficult having them and interested in somebody. Quandre Diggs, that was a youngster, but we do have Jamal Adams instead. How about him straight up? That was declined, so this is going to have to be Devin Bush from the Buccaneers that we do try to get today. But what is it going to take to bring in this man to the roster? I really do want to add him to the team. Now, he's a 77 overall. Now, he's super young, super fast. Now, let's see. Now, we do have a right tackle we can trade away. No left tackle backup. Tyrell Crosby, maybe they want him. Unfortunately, they do not. Right guard, maybe a backup here. Ode Abushi, they're not going to want him, so dang it. So, maybe it is going to take a guy like Deshaun Hand, who I didn't want to trade away, because I know a lot of people want him on the squad, but I think it's worth it, because we have Von Miller instead of him. I'm going to try this trade. Oh, man, why? Devin White, I thought was easier to get than this. Maybe it's because he has developed throughout this season. I mean, maybe do we add in Justin Coleman just for the heck of it? Added in this in the deal. Maybe a draft pick will be enough. If not, maybe I don't get him and go after another middle linebacker. It sucks. We only have a couple draft picks. That was declined as well. I don't think it's worth it. So already 2 trades. We try to get him a linebacker, and we can't get him. Maybe I got through somebody a little bit later. But next, let's help out our cornerback core and try and get Mr. Aqib Talib from the LA Rams. Now, the problem is, once again, he's worth a lot of money, but we still have Matthew Stafford that we do have to try and trade away. Now, defensive tackle, left guard. Ooh, there's a lot of positions that don't have players that they would want. Maybe they want one of these two guys. They want, I can't trade away him. Dude, he's a rookie out of Hawaii, and we need him to linebackers. But how about running back? We do have some running backs I could trade away. CJ Anderson. I want to keep Kerrigan Johnson. Maybe one of these wide receivers. We have so many wide receivers. They only want CJ Anderson. Submit this through. It's declined. How about, do I trade Marvin Jones? Try to get a better receiver? We don't even want Marvin Jones. So that just sucks, doesn't it? At fullback, Nick Baldwin. We kind of want him. It's still declined. Why are these players so hard to get right now, dude? Normally, Akeem Talib is super easy to add to the squad. Second round draft pick to make sure you're adding the deal as well. Still declined. What's happening? What's actually happening at the defensive tackle position? And we have Ashawn Robinson. We only ever run 3-4. I know he's young as well. I don't understand the deal here. He's a 1-star player. He's a 5-star, and it's still not accepted. How about a second-round draft pick adding the deal? Dude, what is happening with these trades? Second-round draft pick. Oh, my God. Let's keep going on, dude. We'll come back to Akeem Talib later. Jesus, dude. Larry Fitzgerald. Let's get somebody here. We can have Larry Fitzgerald play either tight end, or he can play fullback for us. A lot of people do want to see Larry. He's not worth a lot of money. We all know Larry. I mean, actually here, this could be a good deal. Matthew Stafford in return. Is there any team out there first that has Matthew Stafford in the green interest? There is, so I don't need to use him in this deal, but we're going to bring in Larry Fitzgerald. We got to bring in somebody initially, dude, because this has been a failure of a start to this episode. So not going to use Matthew Stafford just yet. Now, they do need a right outside linebacker. Now, maybe they want Matt. They don't want Matt. How about this just straight up? They only value Larry Fitzgerald at 1 star, so it's probably only going to take one player that they do want. Now, did we have anybody at the backup right in position? No, we did not. Jesus, why is this so much more difficult than what I thought it was going to be? So maybe backup running back CJ Anderson here. If we tried this. Whoa, that was okay. So that was accepted straight up. So we get Larry Fitz just like that. So at least we get somebody, some veteran presence to add into this offense. And what I am going to do is I think since I use no fullbacks ever, we're just going to convert Mr. Larry Fitzgerald to the tight end position. That means we could trade away Jesse James since we have TJ Hawkinson, the rookie. We could have him as our backup tight end. Now, I think Larry Fitzgerald is maybe a high 80 overall at the tight end position. I mean, he still has 86 speed, and he has decent size for that position and decent blocking as well. So at the tight end position, Larry Fitzgerald is going to be an 88 overall. So I'm not mad at that whatsoever. So that's a decent trade. Now, we need to get a good player here. At the free safety position, we're going after Mr. Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now, this could be a scary one, dudes. Hopefully, why did they not? Well, they need Matthew Stafford, man. So Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to be a difficult player to get here today, and it all depends on if we have what it takes to trade away. It doesn't look like we do. Now, I'm going to have to end up trading on some of these receivers. We have way too many receivers. I'd be even willing to trade away Marvin Jones if they wanted him. They do want Marvin Jones. Okay, that could help our cap. I still want to get a big threat at wide receiver, so I want to try to get a 90-plus wide receiver. So if we had to trade away Marvin Jones, not bad. It'll probably replace him for Minkah Fitzpatrick. And it's going to take a lot. It is going to take a lot to bring in Minkah. You guys are suggesting hard players to trade for. How about Graham Glasgow? They do want him as well. That's only halfway to going through. I don't know if Minkah's a possible player to get, dude. So we throw in a second-round draft pick, but I don't think this is going to be possible. No, God, this has been an absolute failure, but we're going to work through this. You know what? We're going to go ahead and add. So we're going to trade away a lot of these receivers that we do have on the squad, and I do want to replace him with a youngster, and that is going to be N'Keal Harry, 76 rated rookie from the New England Patriots. Let's see, maybe we can just trade somebody straight up for him. Jermaine Kearse, maybe they want him. Why do they not want him, dude? How about Danny Amendola? You want him back? Of course they don't want him. Jesus, dude. Can you just, something be easy for me? Chase Allen, they don't want him either. Oh, this is aggravating me just a little bit, not gonna lie. So, how about a second round draft pick from next year for the youngster N'Keal Harry? And wasn't accepted. They only value him at 4 stars. So we can find one player they are interested in. So how about somebody at the cornerback position? One of these guys? Rashawn Melvin instead? Anybody? They do want Melvin. So how about Melvin straight up from N'Keal Harry? And it was declined. But if we do add in a draft pick, a 4th and maybe a 3rd from next year, we will be able to add N'Keal Harry to the squad. Are you kidding me? That's a little upsetting. So we throw in a 2nd round draft pick, and we also try and add a 7th from this year just to get something out of the deal. And boom, N'Keal Harry has been added to the squad. Now, I only have one final trade suggestion. I guess we'll try to get them so we can actually at least add, this will be the 3rd player that we did get from the suggestions, and that is going to be another tight end. If this is the case, we might actually have to trade away TJ Hawkinson just to try to get some value back in return. Because this guy, I mean, he'd be worth it. He's a huge threat at the tight end position. Having him and Larry Fitz would be deadly, and that is none other than Mr. George Kittle, 90 rated from the San Francisco 49ers. But once again, the question always is, do we have what it takes and players that the 49ers are interested in? Now, at the left outside linebacker position, Devin Kennard, who I am willing to trade away because I do want to replace him today. Submit this through. It was declined, so it might actually take a lot to bring him in. So how about Matthew Stafford added in the deal? It goes over the salary cap already. They don't even have much cap room, so this deal is already going to be hard to have be accepted. At the free safety position, maybe Tracy Walker. They don't want him, although he's a 74 rated youngster at that position. Don't want Adams either. How about Quandre Diggs? Maybe they want him. They don't want him. That goes over the cap room. So once again, this is a dead deal. God, this is so much harder than what I expected. Oh, man. So I guess this is where we go on my suggestions now. I had 7 suggestions. We got like 2 players. So that's a little demoralizing, but we're here. We're alive still. Let's see if there's any team that wants both of these guys in terms of green. Does anybody even want to pay? Here we are, a team, the Redskins. Who do we have we can bring in from the Redskins? We do need a left outside linebacker. Ryan Kerrigan, Landon Collins and maybe play him at free safety. How about that? Straight up decline. God dang. How about Ryan Kerrigan though, straight up? I would take this 100%. Submit this through. Just like that, dudes, we get ourselves our new starting left outside linebacker. Not bad at all. I'll take that one for sure, as now we need to get rid of some of these wide receivers. Jermaine Kearse. What NFL team out there wants him? The Seahawks want him back, it looks like. Looks like the Bengals are also a team that want him. Now, who can we get from them? Maybe Tyler Eifert? Possibly. That's not going to happen. How about we need a couple cornerbacks too. William Jackson potentially, and that one's just not going to go through. So let's go to the next team, the Buffalo Bills. Maybe Micah Hyde. Maybe they'll give me Micah Hyde. They won't give me Micah Hyde. Just looking for some player that's sort of easy to add to the squad. Nobody there. Maybe we just trade away the draft pick. Now, can we get somebody from the Cleveland Browns? Anybody out there? Just, oh, shoot. Demarius Randall, can we add him to the squad? We'll keep on looking. Try to find somebody that's relatively easy to get. Is there another team in terms of the green interest for Jermaine Kearse? And the Ravens, maybe we can get somebody from the Ravens here. Earl Thomas potentially, and that's for sure not going to happen. So how about a cornerback, Marlon Humphrey? Submit this through. That's not going to be accepted either. So I think we might just have to get a draft pick. Unless we get somebody here that can help us from the Seahawks. They added Eric Berry. Anybody that could help us out? Maybe Shaquem Griffin's brother, Shaquille. That's just not even going to be a potential. Bobby Wagner, maybe, just maybe. That's not even remotely close. So I think it is going to be just a first-round draft pick that we could get, which is not bad at all. Is there any team that we haven't tried to get somebody from? I don't think so. So let's just try and get a first-round draft pick for Jermaine Kearse. I'll take the Browns pick, give them a player to say thank you for what you gave me previously. So we will go with the 4th and maybe a 4th from next year. Is this enough to bring in the first-round draft pick? Declined, but I think if we do add in a 3rd-round draft pick, I told you guys this episode is going to be so freaking long. Submit this through. It was accepted. We do get a first-round draft pick for Mr. Jermaine Kearse. Now, what kind of wide receiver can we try and get out there? I do want to add another big target. Now, let's just find a team that does want Marvin Jones and see if there's a wide receiver we can try to get from them. in return. And the Bengals, we already got their best receiver, A.J. Green. The Broncos, I know they have Emmanuel Sanders, but he's not that big of an upgrade. The Browns, I mean, they have Odell, but they're not going to trade me Odell. There's just no way. Yeah, and, well, that's actually a little bit closer than what I expected. Maybe if we throw in A'Shawn Robinson in the deal, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. Unless we do, maybe they do want the first-round draft pick. I mean, maybe it'll be close. Maybe we can get Odell. It's declined. I think there's potential there if we want to come back to it. I really do think there is. How about Mike Evans in return for Marvin Jones? I think that's actually a little bit less than what the Odell Beckham Jr. trade was. Chargers, how about Keenan Allen in return? He's worth $9.5 million a year. Yep, that was declined again. How about T.Y. Hilton? That would be a decent trade. Okay. Let us add T.Y. Hilton to the roster, adding this fullback. This should be accepted. Actually, it went down, so that didn't work. So, how about a 5th-round draft pick and one of the low-rated cornerbacks that we do have on the squad, Phillip Gaines? Submit this through, and it was accepted. We added T.Y. Hilton from the Colts for Marvin Jones, a 5th, and Phillip Gaines. I don't think that's a bad deal whatsoever. So now we have to definitely go through and get some sort of middle linebacker in return. Maybe we just need one. I think one middle linebacker should be enough. So maybe somebody wants Mitchell Lowen. Maybe somebody wants Devin Kennard. And maybe somebody wants to take this guy off of our book. So find a team that wants 2 of these guys, and then we could actually try to do some damage in a trade. So the Panthers, oh shoot, dudes. I think I know who we go after. Luke Kuechly. Oh man, yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Is there anybody in return that we could get? Joe McCoy, yeah, I don't think there's anybody we can get there. That's a little unfortunate. I got really excited, but that's not going to happen, is it? Throw back in Devin Kennard in the deal. The Raiders. I mean, is this a possibility? Antonio Brown in a deal? That's not even remotely close. How about LaMarcus Joyner? Is this a possibility? And no, it isn't. So that sucks again. Find another team. Any team out there that wants 2 of these guys? The Bengals do, but I mean, do they even have anybody that would want return? I mean, William Jackson, I mean, this would be a decent trade. We do need a cornerback, but that's not even remotely close either. So that's just unfortunate. Let's try to find somebody. Maybe Chris Harris. Chris Harris in return for Kennard. Not even freaking close, dudes. Let's just try to find. We need a middle linebacker so bad. So let's find somebody that I feel like could help the squad, but not be too much in return. Jalen Smith would be a huge addition to the team. A'Shawn Robinson for him. Yep, that's not going to work either. Told you guys this episode is going to be so freaking long. Raekwon McMillan, Zach Brown could be an okay shout. Deion Jones. Now, Deion Jones, that's an interesting one. Maybe they want Devin Kennard. They do. How about this? Yep, that's not going to happen either. A lot of these deals are just impossible to be accepted. About Julio Jones. What if we could add Julio to the squad? About him, I mean, Deshaun, this could be a possibility. And it was declined. That's about halfway to going through. And I don't think this first-round draft pick is going to be enough for Julio. And, yep, that was not even remotely close to being accepted. As now we keep on moving on for our quest to find ourselves our starting middle linebacker from anybody. I mean, Miles Jack would be sick. But the fact is, I just don't think they'll trade him away for anybody. So left outside linebacker, Devin Kennard, and maybe our free safety, Tracy Walker. They want Kennard. Submit that through. I don't think that's going to be accepted unless we can find somebody else they do want. I mean, Miles Jack would actually be one of the best bets at the middle linebacker position for what I need. A'Shawn Robinson is only halfway, dude. This is a struggle. Avery Williamson could be okay. Blake Martinez, not my type. Shaq Thompson could be a nice bet. I mean, he's worth $7.8 million, so maybe he'd be a little bit easier than some of the other linebackers. Reuben Foster could be an interesting one. I want one dude that's extremely blazing fast. Rashaan Evans, Jayon Brown from my Titans could be a decent one because they do need a wide receiver, and Jayon Brown's a little fast himself. The wide receiver position, I mean, we have a couple guys that we could trade away. I mean, Danny Amendola, maybe they want him. They kind of do. Submit this through. That's about halfway through to being accepted. So I'll take that one. So at the D tackle position, I don't want to trade away anybody. I don't want to trade away Ashawn Robinson. Maybe just throw in a second-round draft pick in this deal to bring in Jayon Brown. Was accepted. So we do get our new starting middle linebacker. We have him and the rookie out of Hawaii. 2 young middle linebackers, and I'll take that. I don't think that's a bad deal at all for an old receiver in Danny Amendola, although he did have a really big first week. I mean, we just replaced him with T.Y. Hilton, so I don't find that a bad deal whatsoever. Now, the Packers do want Allen, so can we get anybody from him? Anybody from the Green Bay Packers? Adrian Amos. A lot of you keep telling me he's easy to get, and he's not. I don't know why I keep seeing that in the comment section below. He's just not. Like, it's just not a thing. So maybe this is another trade. Maybe we try to get a cornerback. We definitely do need some cornerbacks on the squad. Maybe we just try to get another first-round draft pick here from the Packers. Submit this through. It's pretty close. Yeah, so if we add in a couple draft picks of our own, a 4th and 5th from next year, I don't think this is going to be enough, is it? It was declined. So I don't think we have what it takes. Maybe a 4th and a 6th from this year instead of the 5th from last year, and it was declined again. Now I'm just upset. See if there's any other team out there think, okay, the Saints do want them. So maybe a first-round draft pick from them. They had the 14th overall pick, so that's probably not going to be a thing. Oh, that's upsetting. How about the first from next year and Allen? They get the first from this year. I mean, I think that's a decent deal. Was accepted. Boom. We get another first-round selection to use in a deal. Now, we definitely need to start looking for a free safety. That's something that we do need to look after. Now, Jesse James is somebody we could trade away too. Let's try to throw in some of the best players that we do have. We have a center and Jesse James that we could trade away. Anybody want both these guys? Okay, boom. 2 teams off the bat. Pat Pete. That would be a huge addition, just not even remotely close. Now, do you think the Browns, they do want both of these guys as well? Now, the cornerback position, Denzel Ward, I don't think this is going to be a thing. It's going to be not even halfway through to being accepted. The Cardinals, we already saw them. Somebody out there's got to be another team that wants both of these guys. The Jets, do they have any cornerback that we could use on the squad? Tremaine Johnson, I mean, he's not really what I'm looking for. They have nobody at all that I'm looking to add to the squad. Come on now, dude. Something go in my favor here. Now, do they have anybody we could use? I mean, Justin Reed, but I don't think this is going to be possible to go. Yep, it's not going to be accepted. That's for sure. God dang, dude. So, do they even have a quarterback? I mean, Bradley Roby. I mean, Jonathan Joseph. He's so old, dude. I mean, do I just do Glasgow straight up for him, or do I just throw in a draft pick? Like, I think a crappy draft pick would be enough. Like, we only have 3 corners on the roster. That is not ideal. What about one of these 2 guys? Do you want them? Of course they don't. God dang, dude. Draft picks. Like, I don't think this is going to be enough. We need any cornerback available. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm doing some crappy draft picks, and I got Jonathan Joseph. I mean, I'll take it. Jesus. So, come on now. I need one good corner. One good corner to add to this squad. Cardinals, they want Glasgow. The Chiefs, they have any cornerback. I mean, anybody over 80 that we could use. Kendall Fuller. There's no way they'll let me get him, right? Yeah, not even remotely close, dude. The Dolphins, I mean, it's the Dolphins. They don't have anybody talented. Xavier Howard, maybe, just maybe. Of course not. Not even remotely close. Rashad Jones, a strong safety. We don't need him. We already tried to get Fitzpatrick. We couldn't get him. San Francisco 49ers, they have Richard Sherman, but this isn't even a prayer in the world to have this to be accepted. How about a free safety? Do you have anybody I could use? No, of course you don't. Every team, don't they have Janoris Jenkins? Oh, he's worth $10 million a year. Heck no, dude. Jabril Peppers. What's it going to take to bring him over? Yep. Not accepted, dudes. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm at a standstill here. I feel like there's no corner I can get. I mean, Aqib Talib, dude, he's an 88 rated 33-year-old. I mean, this straight up, that's not even why he's a 1-star player. I don't get it. Why do they want him right now and they normally don't? Now that's just unfortunate, dudes. Josh Norman, DRC. I mean, I would take anybody. Somebody with a pulse at that position at this point. Straight up. Well, I don't understand why he's valued at 1 star. So is Aqib Talib. Yet they wouldn't trade away Aqib Talib for anything. So we got ourselves a corner. But what else do we need at this point? We need a free safety big time. Now, what free safety can we actually go out and get out there? I feel like we need to trade away one of these receivers for a free safety. I want to keep Calvin. I want to keep N'Keal Harry. Kenny Galladay, I know how talented he is, but we need a free safety. We have 2 top wide receivers and 2 youngsters that can develop. We also can trade away Jesse James. We also have a left end and Deshaun Hand that is huge that we can trade away. Devin Kinner too. The Saints want all of these guys. Maybe, just for the heck of it. Yeah, wow, look at that. Not even remotely freaking close, dudes. Alvin Kamara, Cameron Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore potentially halfway through. Who is a free safety that they have? Marcus Williams. I would take it. Declined again. Jesus, dude. Can I just... What free safety can I even, get? What free safety is possible to get out there? Kevin Byard from the Titans, potentially? Wow, dude, not even remotely close. A'Shawn Robinson is another guy I'd be willing to trade away. But it's just all about, Harrison Smith potentially in this deal. Yep, that's not even halfway. I feel like I'm just rambling at this point. I'm not even going to get anybody in return. I feel like there's nobody out there that any team's willing to give up in a trade. Eddie Jackson, that has potential. Eddie Jackson has potential. Maybe a draft pick in the deal. One of the first round draft picks added into the deal. Oh my God, dude, that's so close. I feel like we finally got a guy that we could get in return at the free safety position. Devin Kinner, they want him. They don't want him, unfortunately. What's another position? They do want to write him. Maybe Deshaun Hand. Deshaun Hand in this deal. They don't want him. I feel like there is potential. If we can convert one of these picks to a top 5 pick, and it's going to take a player that some team wants. Does anybody want this tight end out there? Anybody in the league want Robertson? Of course they don't. But does anybody, what's another player? What's another player that some team out there might want? Maybe Tyrell Crosby. Maybe some team wants him. Maybe somebody wants Mitchell Lowen. Any team out there, one of these two guys. The Bengals do. What is their record? Bengals have the 8th overall pick. Let's see if there's any other team out there that has a better pick. Maybe somebody will. The Cardinals. What do you have? They have a top 5 pick. They have the 13th pick. Come on now, dude. I want some big trade to be accepted. Who is this? The Panthers have a top 10 pick. I beg. 32nd pick, of course. The Raiders have a top 10 pick. Please, they have the 10th pick, of course. Oh, upsetting, isn't it? Maybe we try and get the 8th pick. Maybe the 8th pick is enough. Maybe, just maybe, the 8th pick will be enough. And that trade was accepted. Now we try and go back and bring Eddie Jackson to the Detroit Lions. This would be such a huge trade, dudes, but I just don't know if we have enough. So the 8th overall pick, we also throw in the defensive tackle, A'Shawn Robinson. Then we go and add in maybe this guy. They don't want him. Who was the other guy we even had added in the deal? Left outside linebacker Devin Kinner. Was that him? No. Who was it? Who was the man? Wasn't it a tight end? Maybe they want the tight end. Maybe it's Jesse James. Yes, they don't. Who do they want? Who do you want on my team? I forget. Who the heck was it that they wanted on the roster? I am so confused right now. Free safety Tracy Walker. They don't want him. How about Quandre Diggs instead? Don't want him either. Am I dumb or am I dumb? Maybe it was Kenny Galladay. Okay, I remember now. Maybe this is enough, and it was declined again, dude. We just got the 2nd overall selection for Kennard and the other 1st. I think we're finally going to get a big free safety, Eddie Jackson. Welcome, please. I beg you to come here to Detroit to be our starting free safety. The 1st round pick, 2nd overall pick added into the deal, and oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, this is stupid, dude. Who has the 1st pick? I wonder if the 1st pick will be enough. That's so close, man. This is just turning into me rambling the whole entire time. Who has the 1st overall selection? I think it's going to take the 1st overall selection to bring him in to the squad. I don't even know if that will be enough. I don't know if the difference in the 2nd overall pick and 1st overall pick is enough. The Seahawks, how did they get this pick? What does it look like straight up? Okay, I guess that makes sense. So, man, I don't know, dude. Do they want anybody that we have on the team? Like any of these cornerbacks? Like we have a 70 rated Amani. Let me just submit this through. It was declined. Of course it was, dude. God dang, dude. Free safety. How about you? How about Will Harris added into the deal? Please be enough. It was declined again. How about Andrew Adams? You want Andrew, don't you? You love him. You don't love him, do you? God dang. Wide receiver. Do they want any of our wideouts on the roster? How about Travis Fulgham? Come on, I want this so bad, dude. Maybe they want our fullback. Some teams do want our fullback for some reason. Nick Baldwin. Okay, this should be enough. This should be enough. Was accepted. Boom. We get the first overall pick. Please be enough. I just don't know if the first and second is a big enough difference to actually have them accept this trade. So once again, Kenny Golladay added into the deal. We have A'Shawn Robinson added into the deal. And then last but not least, the first overall selection. And it, thank the Lord, it was enough. Eddie Jackson, welcome to Detroit. Thank God, dude. So I think we have enough to make one more big trade be accepted. I think the last thing that we do need to add to the roster is one more solid cornerback to the team. Now, Tyrell Crosby, what team out there wants, does anybody out there want both these guys? So the Cardinals do, but I don't think the Cardinals have anybody that we could add in return. Like, there's literally nobody on this team that I think could help our squad. Anybody, dudes. What corner do I think we could get? Like, I want a top tier corner. Somebody that's like an 87 plus. How about Desmond Trufant? Do we have anybody that they would want? Left outside linebacker, I think we're thin there now. So it's gonna be so hard to be able to find somebody that we could bring in a trade, because we have, I mean, it's just there's not many players that actually possible to get at this point. So the tight end, what teams want Jesse James? I know you have some good players. You have a guy named Jalen. Jalen in return, that's not going to work. How about, do they still have AJ Bouye by chance? They do. He's worth 13 mil, dude. Submit this. There's potential here. There is some potential. Maybe they want the backup free safety. Tracy Walker. Unfortunately, of course they don't. Quandre Diggs. They don't want him. Let's find a team that wants both of these guys. The Jets don't have anybody that we can use. Somebody's got to want both of these guys, don't they? Somebody with a decent corner has got to want both of these guys. The Browns, but they don't have anybody. They're not willing to trade away Denzel Ward. What do the Cowboys have? The Cowboys have anybody? Byron Jones? Byron Jones in return? This is not going to work, is it? Of course not. Not even remotely close. Dude. Oh, this is so frustrating, man. Any corner, dude. I'll legitimately take any freaking corner at this point. You know what? I'll take like an 85. An 85 plus, or maybe even an 82. I'll take an 82 at this point, dude. I'm that desperate. Maybe throw in one of the corners that we already have. Maybe Justin Coleman to improve. Maybe, somebody, the Raiders. Who do you have? You have a corner, don't you? You have somebody that I could use. Kerrigan Conley, that's not enough. That's not enough. That's not what I'm looking for here. So the Texans, they don't have a corner, do they? How about DeAndre Hopkins? What does this look like? Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? I just kind of felt the urge to try it. Oh man, the Broncos. They have Chris Harris, but like they're not gonna trade me Chris Harris, are they? Not even remotely freaking close, dude. Anybody. I'll take anybody. An 85. I'll take an 85. They don't have an 85, do they? I think we might just be screwed. We genuinely might just be screwed at this point. We might just have to deal with the cornerbacks that we do have on the roster. Unless there's one thing we can find at the last second, I think we're done for, dudes. Chidobe Awuzie, I mean, he's an 82. I mean, he's better than Coleman, although they don't want anybody. I thought they wanted one of these players. Apparently they don't. Jesus, dude, this is breaking my brain cells, to be completely honest. I think we're done. I think we're honestly done, unless something crazy can happen here. Desmond Trufant, please. Submit hidden through. Yep, that's not even remotely close. Guys, I think it's done. I think we're done. We're going to be stuck with the 8th overall selection. We are going to be stuck with the 8th overall selection. Unless we get Janoris Jenkins for the heck of it. He's an 80 rated. He'll be an improvement on Justin Coleman. I mean, if it's accepted straight up, why not? He's 2 overall higher. Was declined. I mean, I think we're done. I think we found somebody out of the squad. Christian McCaffrey. Welcome to the Detroit Lions, as that's just the final trade that we could do anything with as trade deadline ends at an 89 overall squad. Good offensive line, although we're missing our left guard. Oh, we didn't have a left guard. We have Frank Ragnow. We stick with him. He's fine. Larry Fitzgerald, Jesse James, TJ Hawkinson at the tight end position. So we could run trips tight ends if we wanted to. Tyler Lockett, Christian McCaffrey at the running back position, T.Y. Hilton, A.J. Green, and Calvin Ridley. On defense, we're going to have Shaquem Griffin, Jayon Brown, Tavai and Ryan Kerrigan, Jamal Adams, Eddie Jackson at the safety positions, Darius Slay, Jonathan Joseph, DRC at the cornerback positions, Damon Harrison Sr., Khalil Mack, Deshaun Hand, and Von Miller on the defensive line. And we need to go, we have like 15 million cap room. We do need to sign some backups for sure. We don't have much depth at all on this roster. So we'll just sign, what backup quarterback can we sign? What backup quarterback fits our existence here in Detroit? I think we're going to go with, why don't we go ahead and go, oh, it is too good. Nathan Peterman, welcome to the Detroit Lions. And it's funny because he's actually like lower overall than David Blau. We do need a third running back on the team just in case for depth. Who is a good man to add to the squad? Who do I like? Who do I want? Boston Scott, I like your name. We're going to sign you from the Miami Dolphins. Now, I think we're good at O-line. Now, we do need like two defensive tackles behind our big man, Snack. So we now do have on the team. Let's sign Andrew Billings since he is the 72 rated. We'll also sign Eddie Vanderdoes out of UCLA, 68 rated, to be our third defensive tackle. Deshaun Hand can play the tackle if we needed him to. Now, we also do need a backup right end. Let's go with none of these guys. I actually don't want any of them. Free safety, think we're good? I think we're good now. I think we're good at every position. And with that is a trade deadline special. We ended at 88 overall, 91 offense, 93 defense. We are giving David Blau the best possible chance to succeed as we advance past the trade deadline into week number 9 against the Oakland Raiders. Guys, I'm excited. Hopefully you are. Hopefully you did enjoy this trade deadline special. I know it was a lot of failed trades, but we did bring a lot of players in at the end of the day. Probably a super long episode, but if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, turn on the notification bell if you haven't. In the comment section below, let me know what player you want me to bring out of retirement next episode, and we'll try to see if we can convince them to come back and play this last season with the Lions. But I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and peace.